Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be looking at another workflow, another way to improve your workflow by saving scores. So what do I mean by saving scores? So if we go into the piano roll, anything you type in here, this is basically a score. And we can save this and call this up at a later date. So I'm going to give you an example of how you can save scores and how they can be useful. And the example I'm going to give you today is using snares. So let's say we want to add a snare fill into one of our tracks. We can go in, we can program the drums in ourselves every single time. It can get tedious. So let's add a sample in. Let's go to one of my folders here, and there's a snare. Let's add a snare in. So we can spend time going in and programming it in. We can spend time writing it in, or we can save a snare fill. So I would use some of the patterns. I would use the same quite regularly, an 8 bar and a 16 bar. So what we can do is we can go in, we can draw the fill in, and then once we're ready, happy with that, we can go to File and we can save score as, and then you can save the score. And what I've done is I've created a folder down here called Favorite Scores. So how do you get your folders to show up here? So what you do is you go to File Settings in here, and you could find a blank sort of section, and then you choose whatever folder it is, you click OK. Once you've done that, your saved folders will now start to show up down here in the plugin browser. So I have favourite scores, so I want to add up an 8 bar loop, an 8 bar snare fill very quickly. So there's my snare. All I do is go down to saved, and I've got it saved as an 8 bar. There we go. Bang. Automatically saved for me right there. Let's say I want a 16 bar one instead. So there's my snare loaded up. Great stuff. Let's then go down here. 16 bar. Bang. This is one of my favourite snare patterns. Very, very simple. You can do this with anything. You can do it with hi-hats. If you have a program of, you program your hi-hats in and you want to save them, use them again, save them, stick them in that folder. You can call them up whenever you want. You just load up your hi-hat and then drag whatever pattern you want in. You could maybe spend a day just saving your favourite presets, your favourite patterns into that folder, and then anytime you want later on in the future, you can just call it back up. So I will show you one more thing here. Now we can hear the snare. What's happening is the snare seems to be stopping. So the snare is, this note is not playing fully. It's only playing that section, and when this note hits, it's stopping, which is no good. We don't want that. How can we stop that happening? Let's first of all clone it. There we go. So what we do is we go to this little button here, which is the miscellaneous features, group, cut by. We want to turn that off. So just take them two off, and then so we have a much more natural sounding snare. And you can use that in any, again, you can use that on anything really. This is just, I've used snares as an example today, but like I said, if you've got some really nice programmed hi-hats, kick drums, snare fills, tom fills, anything like that, again, go ahead and save them in there, and then you can use them whenever you want. So you can even, it doesn't have to be a kick, a snare, sorry, you could, anything you wanted, you could save. Again, that's about it for this video, guys. If you've got any quick tips on workflow management or anything like that, certainly let me know below, and I'll certainly take a look into it. But apart from that, guys, thanks for watching.